Excluded from my sister's wedding, I decided to take a vacation. When everything fell apart, my phone started blowing up. "You're overreacting. It's just a wedding," my mom told me. But I wasn't even invited to my own sister's wedding. So instead, I booked a trip. A few days later, my phone lit up with messages. I stared at the screen, rereading it for the 5th time. "Hey. Just wanted to let you know the guest list is finalized and we had to make some tough cuts. Hope you understand. Love you." Tough cuts? Really? I wasn't a distant cousin. I wasn't some random family friend they hadn't seen in years. I was her brother. The same brother who picked her up every time she hit rock bottom, who stood by her during every breakup, every meltdown, every late-night call. And she cut me out like I was nothing. I stared at the message, a slow ache spreading through my chest. For a second, I almost laughed. This had to be a joke. I called my mom. She picked up on the second ring, cheerful. "Hey, sweetheart. What's up?" I didn't waste time. "I just got a message from Emily. She says the guest list is finalized, and I'm not on it." There was a pause. Just long enough to confirm what I already knew. "Oh, honey," she sighed, using that tone she always did when trying to make me feel like I was the unreasonable one. "It's just a wedding. Don't turn this into something bigger." Just a wedding? I felt something twist in my stomach. "Are you serious?" I asked, my voice level. "Mom. I'm her brother. How am I not invited?" She made a little TSK noise like I was throwing a tantrum. "It's nothing personal. They had to keep the list small." I cut her off. I saw Emily's Instagram. She invited 150 people. Silence. Then a forced laugh. "Well, you know how it is. Weddings are expensive, maybe they thought you wouldn't mind missing it." Wouldn't mind? I felt like I'd been punched. "Mom, I was there for Emily when no one else was. I helped her move, twice, when she lost her job. We covered half her rent. I talked her through that awful breakup. But now, I'm not even good enough to be in the room on her big day." "Oh, stop being dramatic," she sighed again. "It's just one day. You're overreacting." I let out a dry laugh. No humor in it. Overreacting? Right. I already knew how this would go. I'd argue. She'd downplay it. Emily would apologize half-heartedly later. And I'd be expected to forgive and forget. Like always. Not this time. Something broke in me. If I didn't matter enough to be included, then fine. I wouldn't be. I hung up without another word. And started browsing travel deals. If I wasn't going to her wedding, I was going somewhere better. The more I thought about it, the angrier I got. I'm not the kind of guy who gets upset over small stuff. I've let a lot slide over the years. Emily forgot my birthday more than once. Only called when she needed something. Mom always expected me to be the understanding one. Emily always got a pass. But this wasn't just selfish. It was cruel. And I wasn't going to sit around feeling sorry for myself, while my sister and the rest of the family enjoyed their picture-perfect wedding without me. I decided, if I wasn't important enough to be in the celebration, I sure as hell wasn't going to be there when they needed me. I opened my laptop and started browsing flights. If Emily could have the happiest day of her life, then I was going to have the best week of mine. It took me under an hour to set everything up, all-inclusive, 5-star resort in the Caribbean. Oceanfront suite. Spa services. Private beach access. I used to tell myself this kind of trip was too expensive. But not this time. This wasn't just a vacation. It was a message. By the time the wedding weekend rolled around, I was already flying first class, sipping champagne at 35,000 feet. I posted a picture, feet stretched out, glass in hand, with the caption, "Didn't make the guest list. Think I'll survive." The replies came fast. A few cousins dropped laughing emojis. My aunt, probably the only sane one in the family, commented, "Good for you. Should have taken me with you." But the best reply? That came from my mom. She sent me 3 messages in a row. "Mom, where are you? Are you seriously missing your sister's wedding over this? You're being petty." Petty. And I wasn't even close to done. I snapped a photo of the beach, white sand, turquoise waves, a perfect horizon, and sent it back. Then I powered off my phone. I wasn't letting them guilt me. Not this time. For once in my life, I wasn't putting my family first. I was putting me first. And it felt amazing. By the time I touched down in paradise, whatever guilt I had left was completely gone. The second I stepped out of the airport, the ocean breeze hit me, warm, salty, sweet with tropical flowers. A private driver waited with a sleek black SUV. Chilled towels. Bottled water. The works. Yeah, this was way better than any wedding. As we cruised along the coast, I couldn't help but think, I made the right call. Back home, I imagined my family running around, stressing over details. My mom probably making awkward excuses for my absence. Emily laughing with her bridesmaids, not sparing me a thought. But here? Here, I mattered. Here, I was the priority. The resort felt like something out of a dream. The lobby had towering palm trees, open-air design that let in the sea breeze, and staff handing you a cocktail before check-in. My suite? Next level. Floor-to-ceiling windows. A private balcony. And the most gorgeous king-sized bed I'd ever seen. I tossed down my bags, stepped out onto the balcony, and just stood there, soaking it all in. Then, just to twist the knife a little, I posted another photo. This time with the caption, "When one door closes, another one opens." Preferably to a beachfront suite with bottomless margaritas. I knew it would make its way back to them. And honestly, I wanted it to. For once, maybe they'd feel what it's like to be left out. And I was just getting started. The first full day of the trip? Absolute perfection. I started with room service, fluffy pancakes, fresh fruit. Hot coffee that was so good, it ruined every other cup I'd ever had. That was how my day started. And the rest of it? Pure freedom. No responsibilities. No drama. No family chaos. Just me, the ocean, and a schedule that revolved entirely around me. By the afternoon, I was stretched out on a sun lounger by the infinity pool, martini in hand, watching the tide roll in. Every now and then, I'd glance at my phone, not to check in with my family, but to read the growing wave of reactions to my vacation posts. The comments were hilarious. "Cousin Jake, bro, where are you?" "Aunt Lisa, okay now, you're just showing off." "An old college buddy, dude. Invite me next time." Then came the notification that made me grin, "Emily viewed your story." Oh, now she was paying attention. I could picture it so clearly, her sitting in some bridal suite, sipping cheap champagne, scrolling through Instagram, and stumbling across my post. Me living it up, totally unbothered, while she's stressed out over flower arrangements. Perfect. I leaned back, took another sip, and thought, hope you're loving your big day, sis. Really hope it's everything you imagined. But just as the sun started to dip behind the horizon, something strange happened. My phone exploded with notifications. At first, I brushed it off. Probably more likes, more comments, more people jealous of my beachfront escape. But then I saw the names pop up, Mom. Emily. Jake. Even Uncle Rob. Call after call. Text after text. I raised an eyebrow, finally giving in to curiosity. The first message I opened was from my mother. "Mom, call me. It's an emergency." Emergency? At the wedding? I sighed, considering whether I even cared. Then Jake chimed in, "Jake, dude. You are not gonna believe this." Now that got my attention. I sat up and scrolled through the flood of messages. And there it was, the universe had just handed me the best wedding present I could have asked for. Emily's perfect day had turned into an absolute disaster. Message after message, the grin on my face only grew. Jake, bro, you dodged a major bullet. Mom, call me right now. This is serious. Emily. Please. Where are you? I need you. I sank deeper into the chair, lifted my glass, and kept scrolling. And then I saw the message that made me spit my drink. Cousin Melissa, the groom walked out. I laughed, loud enough to turn heads. Wait, what? The groom left? This was better than anything I could have scripted. I texted Jake, needing to hear the full story. Me, what do you mean, he left? Jake, dude. Mid-reception. Full meltdown. He and Emily had this huge blowout, and he just left. Walked straight out of the venue. Jake again, oh, and then Uncle Rob and your dad got into a screaming match. Grandma cried. The venue shut down the bar. It's a complete train wreck. I leaned back, smirking. The same sister who didn't think I was worth inviting was now part of the biggest wedding fiasco our family had ever seen. And who were they all calling? Me. I could practically hear my mom's voice in my head, you need to fix this. Emily's a wreck. Yeah, no thanks. Then I opened the next message. It was from Emily herself. Emily, please answer your phone. I need you. Oh, now I mattered. I took a deep breath and typed out the only thing that felt right, me, sorry. I texted, sorry. I'm a little busy enjoying my overreaction. Hope the wedding was a blast. Then I blocked her number. Yep, blocked my sister. Blocked my mom. And for good measure, I even blocked Jake, just in case he got dragged into their make him feel guilty mission. After that, I flipped my phone to do not disturb, waved the bartender over, and ordered another drink. While they were spinning out in chaos, I was sipping cocktails in paradise. And for once, I wasn't losing sleep over it. The next morning, I woke to the sound of waves crashing on the shore. A breeze carrying hints of salt and jasmine drifted through my open balcony doors. I stretched, let out a long yawn, and for a few blissful moments, I almost forgot about the circus happening back home. Almost. Then I picked up my phone. Even with most of my family blocked, I still had over 20 missed calls from unknown numbers. They were trying every trick in the book to get through. And a few voicemails had managed to sneak past the block list. Against my better judgment, I listened. The first one was from Mom, panicked. Mom, I don't know what you think you're doing, but this isn't the time for one of your tantrums. Your sister's heartbroken. We need you. The family needs to pull together right now. I rolled my eyes and hit delete. The next one? Emily, I'm crying. I don't understand why you're doing this. You're my brother. I need you. Please, just call me back. Deleted. But the third one? That one actually made me laugh. Jake, whispering like he was hiding in a closet, dude. Mom and Aunt Lisa are plotting to show up at your apartment when you get back. Just warning you. Also, Grandma keeps saying the wedding was cursed because you weren't there. It's honestly kind of hilarious. That one? I saved. Then I tossed my phone on the bed and stepped out onto the balcony. The sun was just rising, casting gold over the waves. I took a deep breath and let the heat of it settle into my skin. Back home, my family was scrambling to salvage whatever was left of Emily's disaster wedding. Me? I was wearing a bathrobe, sipping espresso, and basking in the smartest decision I'd ever made. And the irony? They were now feeling exactly how I'd felt when they cut me out. Ignored. Unwanted. Left behind. Poetic, really. But I wasn't done. I picked up my phone, snapped a photo of my breakfast, pancakes, vibrant fruit, and a mimosa so bright it could blind someone, and posted it with the caption, starting the day with zero stress. Hope everyone back home is hanging in there. Then just for fun, I skimmed through my blocked messages, grinning at the missed calls piling up. I wasn't planning on calling anyone back. They could clean up their own mess. I was still on vacation. By midday, I was lounging under a private cabana, tropical drink in hand, umbrella included, when my phone buzzed again. This time, it was from cousin Melissa. Melissa, okay, I know you're pissed, and honestly, you have every right to be. But you have to hear what happened after the wedding. Call me. You're gonna love this. I raised an eyebrow. Melissa was the one cousin with a fully functioning brain. If she said it was worth hearing, it probably was. So I gave in. I tapped her name and she picked up on the first ring. Oh my God, you actually answered, she blurted out, barely able to contain her excitement. Okay. Are you sitting down? I glanced around at the ocean in front of me, lounging in my shaded cabana. Yeah, I thought. I'm good and ready, with a cold drink in hand, I smiled. Yeah, I think I'm in the perfect spot to hear whatever this is. Melissa let out a breathless laugh. Okay, so after the groom bailed? Emily completely lost it. I'm not talking a few tears, I mean full meltdown. Screaming, sobbing, throwing stuff at the wedding party. I smirked. Sounds about right. Melissa's voice bubbled with excitement. Everyone was trying to calm her down. And then, get this, your mom overheard Aunt Lisa say the whole disaster could have been avoided if you'd been there. I blinked. Wait, what? Melissa giggled. She actually said you've always been the one to fix things when Emily spirals. That if you were there, you would have talked the groom down or handled the situation like you always do. I burst out laughing. So, let me get this straight. The same people who uninvited me are now blaming me for not being there to save the day? Oh, it gets better, Melissa said. Mom told Lisa she was being ridiculous, and they started arguing, loudly. Then Grandma jumped in and said Emily brought this on herself by disrespecting the universe, because she didn't invite her brother. I nearly spit out my drink. Melissa was cracking up. She literally told Emily, in front of everyone, if you had treated your family better, maybe you wouldn't be standing there alone in your wedding dress. I leaned back, grinning. Wow, that's poetic. Oh. And your mom actually tried calling the groom's family to work it out. Melissa chuckled. His mom just smiled and said, this is your mess now. I had to set my drink down, I was laughing too hard to hold it steady. So, I said, catching my breath, where does that leave Emily? Melissa sighed. Still crying. Still blaming everyone but herself. Last I heard, she was scrambling to salvage the wedding with some backup plan, but let's be real. She's not bouncing back from this. I shook my head, smirking. You know what the best part is? What? I took a slow sip of my drink. I don't care. Melissa roared with laughter. Honestly? I don't blame you. I just thought you'd enjoy knowing karma came through. Oh, I love it, I said with a grin. Thanks for the update, Melissa. No problem. Enjoy your vacation. And for the record? You made the right call. I ended the call feeling more satisfied than I had in years. They didn't want me at the wedding. Well, they got what they asked for, and a complete disaster instead. I raised my drink to the sky and toasted to the smartest decision I'd ever made. Then I silenced my phone and melted into my chair, letting the beach breeze carry off what little shame I had left. The rest of the day? I didn't check my phone once. Instead, I booked a sunset cruise, soaked up the warm ocean breeze, and enjoyed a 5-star dinner by the waves. Back home, my family was still untangling the ruins of Emily's wedding. Me? I was cutting into the best steak I'd ever tasted. At one point, I wondered if maybe, just maybe, I should feel bad for Emily. Then I remembered how easily she cut me out of her big day. Yeah, no. I sipped my wine, snapped a final photo of the view, and captioned it, 0 regrets. With a calm smile, I turned off my phone again. Let them spin. I was done being their backup plan. And the next morning? I woke up, I felt lighter than I had in years. No guilt. No tension. No last-minute family chaos that somehow became my responsibility to fix. Just me, the waves, and a full day of uninterrupted peace. I stretched, ordered room service, and, out of pure curiosity, turned my phone back on. Big mistake. Within seconds, the notifications started flooding in. A message from Mom, "You need to stop acting like a child and call me." From Emily, "I can't believe you're doing this to me. You're so selfish." Another from Mom, "This isn't a joke. Emily is heartbroken. Do you even care?" An unknown number, probably an aunt, "We have to fix this family before it's too late." I groaned and shook my head. Amazing how quickly they flipped from ignoring me to expecting me to magically fix everything. But one message actually caught my attention. "Melissa again, okay, I get that you're ignoring everyone. But FYI, your mom's planning a big family sit-down when you get back. Just a heads up." I almost laughed out loud. They really thought I'd just show up, let them guilt-trip me, and pretend none of this ever happened? Yeah, not a chance. I replied to Melissa, "Thanks for the warning, but I'm not coming back for that." She texted back right away, "Wait, what do you mean?" "Me, I'm extending my trip. They wanted me out of their lives, so now I'm officially out." I could practically picture her face, half shocked, half impressed. A few seconds later, she responded, "Okay, that's iconic. Tell me everything when you're back. Or whenever, LOL." I grinned, set my phone aside, and opened my laptop. A few clicks later, it was done, my trip extended for another entire week. No family. No drama. No awkward living room interventions. Just me, and the ocean. They'd never let me have peace before, and now, finally, they couldn't take it away. Before heading out to the beach, I sent one final message. To Mom. To Emily. "Oh, now you want me around? Sorry, I'm too busy enjoying my peace. Good luck cleaning up your own mess." And with that, I blocked their numbers one last time. I set my phone down, ordered another drink, and let the sun warm my skin. No guilt. No tension. No regrets. Just peace. And it was the best decision I've ever made.